Kick off, we're back here. We've got our same crew from yesterday: Kayla Braxton, Mickie James, Jim Ross, Pat McAfee, running down all there is to run down tonight, including first, but sort of obviously not least, the WWE Women's Championship main event Fatal 4-Way, the four faces of the Revolution, Becky Lynch, Bayley, Sasha Banks, and Charlotte, duke it out in a main event to determine the women's champion and, I guess, who is the leader of the Revolution. Mickie James, the most women-savvy person here. Obviously she has the most grounded take on it, and she is going to put her personal feelings aside and say that Sasha Banks is going to walk away with the championship tonight, because obviously 2 years ago, Sasha ended the career of Mickie James at WrestleMania, and tonight she knows how good Sasha can be on that grand stage, and tonight she's going to take that championship home. Pat McAfee, he's going to go for Becky Lynch because she's the goddamn man. And Jim Ross, of course, is in Camp Charlotte. So again, nobody predicting Bayley to walk out as the women's champion tonight. We then cut to the next segment with the same crew. Now they're talking about the other big matches of the night. First, the ECW championship match. Roman Reigns and Jey Uso and Jimmy Uso. Of course, Pat McAfee, again, like with The Rock, he's a dick eater. He's obviously going to back his tribal chief, Roman Reigns, to come out on top and defend the ECW championship and smash his two cousins here in Philly. Jim Ross, again, agrees that Roman Reigns is going to walk out here still ECW champion. Mickie James, though, she says that Jey Uso is going to walk out of here as the ECW champion. And with the World Heavyweight Championship match, Ilya and Swerve, Jim Ross, he's back in Swerve, Pat McAfee's back in Swerve, Mickie James pulling for Ilya Dragunov. We then move on to is it the Andre Battle Royal next? Yes, it is, indeed. So, here is our lineup for this match. It is Andrade, Angel Garza, Angelo Dawkins, Anthony Ogogo, Ashanti the Adonis, Baron Corbin, Bronson Reed, Bronson Steiner, Brooks Jensen, Brutus Creed, Buddy Murphy, Cameron Grimes, Carlito, Cesaro, Chad Gable, David Martin, Dudley Davis, Idris Enofe, Jacob Fatu, Jagger Reed, Jeff Jarrett, Julius Creed, Carl Anderson, Karrion Kross, Luke Gallows, Malik Blade, Nebo Barnes, Obafemi, Omos, Otis, Ricochet, Ridge Holland, Rip Fowler, Roderick Strong, Rufus Hamilton, The Miz, Top Dollar, Wes Lee, Zion Quinn, and Zergis. And we start the match, first people out, Karrion Kross and Zion Quinn. Omos grabs Karrion Kross, dumps him out first, and Obafemi grabs Zion Quinn, dumps him out next. So they're the first two out of this match. Omos, though, he then drops. We get Omos, Obafemi stare down, and Omos eventually boots Obafemi down. And then Omos goes on a tear of eliminations. He eliminates Ridge Holland. He then eliminates Luke Gallows. He then eliminates Carl Anderson. He then eliminates Malik Blade. And can anybody stop the Nigerian Giant? Well, yes, another Nigerian Giant. Because Obafemi then gets up into the face of Omos. Obafemi lifts up Omos, and he dumps the Nigerian Giant out to a big pop. We then get Brooks Jensen and Otis get into a thing, because, they always get into a thing because they don't like each other. And it ends with Otis eliminating Brooks Jensen. We then see Zergis eliminate Roderick Strong, and then Bronson Steiner, he comes to life. He spears Anthony Ogogo, he eliminates Anthony Ogogo. He then does the same thing to Cameron Grimes and to Rip Fowler, so Bronson Steiner, he's on a rampage. Jeff Jarrett then gets an elimination, he dumps out Carlito. And then Hit Row work together. They try and eliminate Baron Corbin, but he fights off before Ashanti Adonis himself drop kicks out his own tag team partner, Top Dollar. And yeah, Top Dollar's eliminated. Ashanti's still in. Baron Corbin then eliminates Jagger Reed, and Dudley Davis manages to, do something kind of impressive and eliminate Brutus Creed, which is, for Dudley, that's kind of impressive at least. And then Buddy Murphy eliminates Idris Enofe, Obafemi eliminates Rufus Hamilton, Jacob Fatu eliminates Nebo Barnes, and Bronson Steiner eliminates David Martin. Zergis then gets two eliminations. He eliminates Julius Creed and Jeff Jarrett. Ashanti the Adonis is then sent packing by Wes Lee. Bronson Steiner then eliminates Zergis, and Jacob Fatu eliminates Otis, so a lot of beef eliminated just there. Bronson Steiner then cuts Wes Lee in half, eliminates him, and Cesaro, the new member of the Paragon. He's not even the newest, because technically Dolph Ziggler's the newest, but yeah, Cesaro, the new member of the Paragon, eliminates Angelo Dawkins. Bronson Steiner then out-beefs... No, wait, sorry, not Bronson Steiner. Dudley Davis eliminates Baron Corbin. And then Buddy Murphy eliminates The Miz, and Obafemi eliminates Angel Garza. Chad Gable, who's sort of been chilling in the background this whole time, he springs to life, he gets all fired up, he comes for a comeback, he eliminates Buddy Murphy. We then see Cesaro pull off an impressive feat. He scoops up Bronson Reed, and he dumps the colossal Bronson Reed out of the match. Not quite as impressive as the Big Show one, but yeah, he does eliminate Bronson Reed. Bronson Steiner then, again, plucks Ricochet out of the air with a spear before eliminating him. Chad Gable then eliminates Andrade. So then our final 6 are Bronson Steiner, Cesaro, Chad Gable, Dudley Davis, Jacob Fatu, and Obafemi. The 2 big boys, being Jacob Fatu and Obafemi, get into a fight, and it ends with Obafemi, the NXT star, eliminating Jacob Fatu, before Cesaro then does scoop up Obafemi, and he dumps him out. Dudley and Cesaro then go at it. Dudley goes for the Dudley device. Cesaro catches him, hits that UFO spin on him, before eventually eliminating Dudley from the match as well. Chad Gable then manages to overpower Cesaro, eliminating him. So the final 2 are Chad Gable and Bronson Steiner. And I imagine they actually have a little bit of like a fight for a bit. Like, we turn this into a little bit of a mini match, because these are the 2 guys that, I'm most annoyed on the actual pay-per-view. So at least let's give them the spotlight here and have a little mini match to win this Battle Royal. Gable nearly gets him up for a big German suplex, but in the end it is Bronson Steiner who tears Chad Gable in half with a spear before he eliminates him, winning the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. He did get the most eliminations at the course of the match as well, so yeah. In a match dominated by a lot of people. This might be the Battle Royal that I've ever done with like the least amount of people who have scored an elimination, because I think Bronson Steiner got like 8, Obafemi got like 5, Omos got like 5. Somebody else got a fair few as well, I can't remember who. Maybe Jacob Fatu, maybe Zergis, I can't remember. Some big guy. But yes, the match is won by Bronson Steiner. A statement win for him. But then we then head back to our pre-show panel. They're talking about the next 2 matches on the board. Those being Seth Rollins versus CM Punk and Edge versus Christian. On Seth and Punk, we've got a very pro-Punk booth. Pat McAfee's pro-Punk. He thinks Punk's going to win. JR's pro-Punk. Mickey's pro-Punk too, but does say, it's been, 11 years since CM Punk wrestled at WrestleMania. It's been 10 years since he had a singles match here in WWE. He might not still have it. It's a very real possibility, and because of that, she thinks that Seth's going to come out on top tonight. And for Edge and Christian, all 3 people agree that tonight, Edge is going to fuck Christian up. Nobody's got faith that Christian's going to win. Then get a recap of Night 1, and all of the big moments we saw from that show, including the main event, Cody and Gunther, Io and Dakota, The Rock and LA Knight, and Florence and Julia. 66. Okay, that's fine. It's a Cruiserweight Championship pre-show match at WrestleMania. But Axiom, of course, not just for the Cruiserweight Championship, low-key, for the fate of the world. WrestleMania might not happen if Axiom can't come out on top here tonight. And there's a lot of shenanigans. The whole anime crew is out there trying to fend off Sensei. Sensei's down on their feet, or down on their knees even. Going like, please, don't do this. I only wanted to help. I only wanted to, to my wrestling academia to be the best. And it ended up here. Please don't destroy it, we need it. She needs it. Pointing at Saray. And Manny has the pennant in his hand. And he sort of looks across at Sensei. And he goes, "They're right, Dio. She does need this. I can't do this. We can't destroy this, What happens to Saray if we do? What happens to Sensei if we do?" And Dio goes, "I don't know, but one thing's for sure. We can't let this go on." And Saray herself snatches the pendant out of Manny's hand. she stamps on it and it shatters into pieces. And as soon as she does this, she like starts holding her head like she's having a migraine and like collapses into Manny's arms. And Sensei's looking on in shock at ringside at the destruction of the pendant, turns around and eats the golden ratio by Axiom. And that is enough to score Axiom the win and to win him the Cruiserweight Championship, freeing us from the reign of terror of Sensei. Like, I know. Like, I know. Don't worry. Like, Ricochet and fucking Dudley and all them people having 90s on Velocity every week, but their champion was off doing fucking cinematic shit. I know. But it's over. 75 for Axiom, 52 for Sensei. And yeah. After the match, Axiom celebrating with the belt. Sensei hasn't moved since they ate the golden ratio. And we see Manny sort of like holding Sarray in his arms. And he rushes to the back with her in his arms, and Dio sort of looks on confused, and he goes to follow Manny. You know, sort of a bittersweet moment here because, you know, we have just saved the world and taken the championship of that scumbag traitor Sensei. But at what cost? Final closing moments of the pre-show, Triple H is giving a rah-rah speech, just like he did on night 1. He says, night 2 you're going to be just as loud, because tonight it's the biggest WrestleMania of all time, second night, are you ready? And then CM Punk sort of walked past him, because he's in the opening match, and he goes, no, he said, are you ready? And yeah, that's the last show of the pre-show. And we come back on the other side in, I think, about an hour's time in real world time, if you're watching this as it's live, will be WrestleMania 40 Night 2.